Okay, I'm just waiting for it to do its thing. Hello, good morning. I just saw someone come in, and if okay, Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hopefully, someone will come into the broadcast. This is the first time I've broadcast in a few months. I am Regal T. Cameron. I'm an author, speaker, life coach. I empower women to face their fears, let go of their anger, and push past their pain so they can heal the child within so the adult can live. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Regal T. Cameron, and on Twitter you can find me at Regal's Gems. I am the author of Divine Intervention, a daily devotional inspired by the Holy Spirit. It is available on Amazon.com. Go by and pick up your copy. And I also have, along with that, there is a journal that goes along with it as well. So you can pick up the journal as well. Okay, hope everybody's doing great today. Today, the broadcast is about season change. About 4 months ago, I went through a very drastic season change, something that really just hit hard, hit home. And it was something that, made me kind of step back and say, okay, all right, God, what are you doing? So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this season change. It says, a season change does three things. Excuse me, that's the title of the broadcast. And with my season changed, it came very unexpectedly out of the blue. It was literally a life-changing divining moment. Hello. Hi. See some people coming in the room. Today, hi, Dorothy. Hope you're having a great morning. Today, this podcast is on a season change. My name is Regal T. Cameron. I am an author, speaker, and life coach. Hi, Trina. Good morning, ladies. And I just wanted to come on and talk about a season change. And for the last 4 months, I've been going through a season change, something really big, unexpected things happen in my life, literally defining moments that I probably, if I would have went through with what I was thinking, I probably would be behind bars right now. But thank God for Jesus, because he kept me, because I really wanted to go tab some stuff. But God kept me. And it was just really, really life-changing. I'll come back with that testimony at another day. Right now is not the time to talk about that testimony, because there's still some sensitive spots. But I'm going to come back and tell that testimony. And when you hear the testimony of the last 4 months of my life, hopefully I'll be able to do it in another couple of months. You're going to be like, ooh, I see why she was about to go to jail. But during this last 4 months, I've gone through a season change, which has done three things for me. Waking you up. It has woke me up, because I thought that I could just move into my purpose, because I literally had started doing broadcasts for my business and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm good. I can move on. And then God just kind of said, nope. And what happened is that thing that you thought you were over, and you was like, that ain't gonna bother me. I'm just gonna let that go. I'd be all right. I can just move on and do what I got to do. God will tell you no, not so. Because for me, I was like, I'm good. I was doing my broadcast, and then all of a sudden, bam, this thing happens big in my family. And I'm like, ooh, and it really threw me for a loop. And what God will do is before he allows you to move into your purpose season, he will make sure that all your mess is taken care of before you go into that season, because he knows that anything that you have that is unresolved, you cannot bring that into your new season. So he will literally come in and shake your life up, tear it apart, just so he can put you back together again. And that's pretty much what he's done with me. So that's the first thing that I learned about when you're going through a season change. It will wake you up to that thing you thought, nah, I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm going about my business. I'm gonna do my thing. That thing that you thought wasn't bothering you, he will bring it up and show you that it is really still bothering you, and you have to deal with that thing. So the first thing is you deal with your issues, no matter how small, no matter how big. You've got to deal with your issues before you can move into another season. The second thing he taught me was to clear out the old and make room for the new future you're going into. Not everything or everybody can go into your next season. And I'm learning that in going through this process, I'm learning that I can't bring everybody with me, because my mindset has literally shifted. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. My mind shift has literally shifted. And in the shift, I'm like, oh wow, this person really doesn't think like me anymore. We are not really on the same plane. And it's not that I've gone higher, I'm just different. And in me being different, it may really, in me being different, the people who I used to talk to don't really understand me anymore. Family members don't really understand me anymore. Friends don't really understand me anymore. So I had to make some shifts. And I made some shifts that were really, really hard. Really, really hard, because in that shift, when you're getting rid of the old and making room for the new, that shift can get to a point where you have to let some friends go that you've had for years, a decade, 2 decades. Let go family members who just don't see the same way that you do, because God is really shifting your mindset. Hello, Shepherd Curtis Johnson. How are you? Happy morning. But when you're in, and we're on number 2 for the season change, the first season change point was a season change will wake you up. The second one that I'm on now is to clear out the old and make room for the new. And in doing that, I've had to get rid of some people. I've had to let go of some people. And it has been a really hard change, because when you love people, you don't really want to let them go. When you love people, you want to keep them in your circle. And even though you love that person, that it just may not be meant for them to go with you to your next level, to go into your purpose, because everybody's not going to understand your purpose. They're not going to understand the things that you have to do in order to make purpose work. They may think, oh, wait a minute, you dreaming too big. And they won't say you're dreaming too big, but they might look at you like, why are you doing that? You got to do all that? You don't need to do that. Why are you changing like that? What's going on? And hello, I don't want to mess your name up. I'm Helix. I don't want to mess up your first name, but welcome into the broadcast. So when you go into that clearing out old and putting in the new, you've got to understand that not everybody is going to think the same way that you do. And literally, when you move into the next level, your thought process goes to the next level. You don't see things the way that you used to see things. Like now, before this last 4 months of my life, I really did not see my purpose the way I see it now. And now that because literally that shift has made me shift some things around in my life, in my business, how I'm doing business, what I'm doing business for. It's really helped me zero in on my purpose of becoming a life coach. And it's like, at first I was like, a life coach? Wow, that's really big. I'm like, okay, God, a life coach? And then as I thought about the last 4 months of my life, I'm like, okay, God, you were really allowing this season change, this drastic thing that happened in my life, prepare me for me to become a life coach. Because in order for you to become a life coach, you have had to gone through some things in your life, but you also have to be in a place of healing to speak about those things in your life. So in clearing out the old and making room for the new, it's because because of that shift change that you're making, but also helping you to get prepared to do the new. Because me becoming a life coach, I always thought that it would happen later in my life. But now that God has made this change, this shift, I'm like, okay, God, I'm going to follow you. And then the third and final thing in a season change, new season, new life. That means your life is no longer business as usual. You welcome in a new mindset, a new way of life, a new way of doing things. You become one with your purpose at all costs. Because when you're working in purpose, that new thing God has put on your heart, you cannot allow the old to come back and shift you back to the old, because you don't want to go backwards. You want to stay forward. So you really got to focus on that new thing. Hey, Allison, how you doing, classmate? So you really have to know that where you're going, you can't turn back. It's got to be all in. It's got to be all in your purpose. Because the only way you move into your purpose is you got to be no holds bar. I'm going for this thing. I'm really going to work this thing that God has given me. And a season change is about becoming a better person, it's about becoming a servant of your purpose. Because literally, when you go into a purpose season, yes, a purpose season, that means that literally you're no longer, as I said before, business as usual. You have a new mindset. You have a kingdom mindset. And you also make sure that your purpose, that you're going for it at all cost. That's basically the third, new season, new life. You're literally launching yourself into your purpose season. And it's because I'm going to go back through the points. One, a season change will wake you up. It's because you woke up. God did something really drastic in your life to shut you up, to shake your life up. Oh, thank you. Hi, I'm doing good, Allison. What God does is a season change will wake you up, shake up your life. It will really, really shake your foundation, because it really did shake my foundation of everything that happened with my family. And then 2, clear out the old and make room for the new, because you can no longer deal with the old mindset, deal with the old way of doing things. You have to move into a new mindset, new things, new people, new way of doing things, and the new season change where it's no longer business as usual. You've changed your mindset. You've got a kingdom mindset. And now you're going for your purpose season, going after it with all cost. And that's a season change does 3 things. That's for the point for the Facebook Live today. Those are the things that really, really, that I found were that made me realize why I had to go what I've gone through. So I'm going to do some shameless plugs here. Okay. I'm announcing 2 books. Yay. 2 books that are going to be coming out this year, somewhere between October and November time frame. The Mask Behind My Pretty, Unmasking the Secrets No One Would Ever Tell. Yeah, this book right here is going to be a deliverance for a lot of people. It's talking about, yes, the truth, and yes, it does. I was saying the truth. Yeah, the truth, honey. And this is a really raw truth. Because to look at me, you would not know that I have gone through the things that I've gone through. And this book is very liberating for women. It's very liberating for families. It's very liberating to allow men to see what women go through and how they have to deal with those things, and what happens when you don't deal with them. And eventually I got to a place where I dealt with them, and now I'm at a place of freedom and I can talk about them. Again, that book is The Mask Behind My Pretty, Unmasking the Secrets No One Would Ever Tell. The second book is I, Me, She, I Am You, Poetry of a Single Woman Finding Herself. And been writing poetry for years, but I used it as a therapeutic tool for myself. A lot of it was things that I journaled. And I finally decided I might as well put it in a book. And I'm hoping to have everything available by October 2017 of this year. And I'm going to start announcing dates to do a small book tour. So if you would like for me to come to your city, once I announce those dates, you can choose those dates and I'll come in and we can do like a little small book party at your home. And we can talk about my 2 books that I have out for, for selling, and also for healing and helping people, confront those things. Because a lot of things in the book, that in The Mask Behind My Pretty, it talks about molestation, it talks about rape, it talks about those things that are kind of hush-hush in the family. People don't really want to talk about it. So that's just kind of like a couple tidbits of what the book is about. It's really jaw-dropping. So the book is going to be out hopefully around October 2017. Hopefully I'll start releasing some dates to be booked in August of 2017. I'd like to say thank you for watching my Facebook Live today. And you will be seeing me more often on Facebook Live now that I have made it through my season. Because, girl, when I say I made it through the season, God kept me. Because God kept me. And I will be telling that testimony about the last 4 months of my life. Hopefully within the next couple of months, I'll be able to. God will release me to tell that thing. And just kind of really let folks know that when a storm or hurricane hits your life, God is just to bring you through that thing. Oh, Allison, am I willing to come to your church and talk to? Yes, ma'am, I sure am. Yes, ma'am. You can go to my website, and it is www.regalcameron.com, and put in your message in the contact me, and I'll email you back, and we can talk from there. Okay. All right. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and thank you replay viewers for watching the video. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Regal T. Cameron, and Twitter at Regal's Gems. And you can find my book on Amazon, Divine Intervention, a daily devotional inspired by the Holy Spirit. You can find that on Amazon.com. And there's also a journal that goes along with the book itself. So you can also find that on Amazon. And remember, learn to put yourself first, do for yourself first, love yourself first before anyone else. Then you can serve someone else from your overflow. Thank you, ladies and guy that was on the broadcast. You guys have a great day, and I will return hopefully tomorrow or on, today's Tuesday, so either Wednesday or Thursday I'll be back on. I will be on for sure on Friday because that is my off day. Woo woo, off day. Okay, so you guys have a great day. Bye.